Welcome, everybody, to Season 7, Episode 5 of Frenzy Talk. Did we ever say that on the picks part?
We did. Yes, we did tell him it was Episode 5 of Frenzy Talk.
No, did we say it, though? Season 7, Episode 20 of the picks part?
Yeah, we got that in there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and we're opening up with WWE Elimination Chamber.
Well, that's all we're able to give you because if we try to put any music in here right now, they block us every time. It's ridiculous.
Yep. You might have noticed that on the last Frenzy Talk, I think it was the Royal Rumble episode. Tim played the Hulk Hogan, I am a real American. Well, a notification popped up on YouTube, and YouTube basically flat out said this song is copyrighted, and you cannot use it. So you have two options. You can replace it with some random music, or you can remove it. So I removed it. So that's why I went from that, I am a real...
I love that they just muted it, though. That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it was cool. So if we ever play music that's copyrighted again, and that happens, I'll just do that again. So you probably got the gist though from Tim and I,
I think the poses and everything did it.
Yeah, yep.
A wonderful pay-per-view coming up for you guys. Tell us all about this pay-per-view, Rose.
This is the Elimination Chamber. For those of you who don't know what the Elimination Chamber is, you have the ring, and this big, giant steel structure comes down and surrounds the ring. And you are... Normally, when you get thrown out of the ring, you just land on the floor on a nice pad. Well, in the Elimination Chamber, you get thrown over the top. You actually land on a steel grate. And I'm sure it does not feel good. And then there are 4 pods by every ring post. And in those pods contain 4 different WWE superstars. The match starts with 2 guys in the ring wrestling.
Do we know who the 2 guys are going to be in this one? Do we know that, or do they decide that as it goes on?
I don't think they've announced that yet. That's usually that night kind of a surprise. On occasions, there have been they do like the guy who lasts the longest in some sort of match or something like that, or whoever wins their opponent. Well, anyways, how do I word this? There's been times in the past where somebody wins a certain kind of a match, and they will be the last entry into the Elimination Chamber. But I believe it's every 2 minutes? Something
like that, yeah.
Somebody comes out of a pod. So it can easily go from a one-on-one match to a triple threat match, and then it can go to a fatal 4-way. And I believe there's been occasions.
This would have been a much better pay-per-view had it been both sides, I think. But this is strictly a SmackDown pay-per-view now, so
yeah.
I'm not real hyped about it. I don't feel like it's going to be.
No, I don't think it's going to be that great either.
I see 3 guys that could sell this if they really wanted to in this Elimination Chamber. Dean Ambrose would be awesome if they just turn him loose and let him be who he is. Baron Corbin could really sell a Elimination Chamber match, I think, if he wanted to. And say what you will about the man, but Bray Wyatt, I think, could put on one heck of a show for a Elimination Chamber match if he wants to.
I think AJ Styles will too, though.
I don't know. I think AJ is too much of a. He's too protected here in WWE. He doesn't take the bumps he used to. And the Miz ain't gonna want to hurt his face. And
No.
Cena, well, Cena. I mean, he can take a lot, but I don't feel an Elimination Chamber match is really his thing.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see a great Elimination Chamber match, I'm sure these are going to be on WWE Network. You need to check out the first 2 Elimination Chamber matches ever.
Yep.
Those you get to see blood, you get to see violence, and it's great stuff. The Goldberg one is unreal.
Yeah, that one was really good too.
I'll probably go back and watch that one again, actually.
Were you disappointed with that one? Because he didn't win the match in that one.
I was disappointed with that, yeah. But, I mean, the way it all came down and the way he came out of there and everything, that was priceless.
He sold it good. Oh, by the way, you were wondering about where your other 3-point bonus game was?
It's right here. It's your 3-point bonus game.
And this is for the Elimination Chamber match. And it is John Cena. Versus
I got a picture here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll wait for the picture. And he is he's the current reigning WWE champion.
He is.
16-time champion. And also, it is AJ Styles, the phenomenal
AJ Styles.
What does he say? He says, what's his new saying, too? I'm the face that runs this place.
Runs the place, yeah. I'm the face that runs this place. Jamie has actually just recently been able to watch Raw and SmackDown again now with his new getting some of his cable back over there.
Yep. Also in this match is the Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose.
The Lunatic Champion.
The Lunatic Fringe.
This is with his old belt here. This isn't the...
That's with the WWE title right there. Versus...
But I like that picture, and I felt it was appropriate for the Elimination Chamber, so...
I would agree.
Shows his crazy.
Versus The Miz.
I don't even like The Miz, so he just got a simple, basic white picture.
That's good. Versus Baron Corbin. I see him doing the end of days on the steel grate there. And lastly, but not least, Bray Wyatt. Follow the buzzards. We need Tim to do his... We're here. With your lamp. I loved it when you did that. That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
We're here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Tim. By the way, this is the Elimination Chamber match. It is on 8 p.m. on Sunday on the WWE Network, and it is coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona.
Which means we will be recording the recap show late.
Yes. No.
Not late, but I mean, we'll be recording it like the next day or two.
Oh, okay.
Not because... Yeah, I didn't mean like late at night.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, oh no, Tim. What did you just sign us up for?
I did not do that. No. So who are you feeling in this one, Rose?
Oh boy.
This is challenging right here.
This is. I could see it going a couple different ways. The match I hope Cena doesn't win it, and it's because I don't want to see Cena versus Orton again. Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, so whoever wins this match is going to be Randy Orton's opponent at WrestleMania.
I was just going to ask you that. Is there any point to this match? So they'll be facing Randy Orton, huh?
Yep. Whoever wins this faces Orton at Mania in the main event.
I didn't even realize, I hadn't paid that much attention to that. That makes this even that much harder, because what if Randy Orton really is faking, and he could end up facing Wyatt?
I don't see them giving Wyatt the title yet. I'd be shocked if they gave him the title. I hope. Right. I'm afraid it's going to be Cena versus Orton again, but I'm hopeful not. They've been posting a lot of stuff about Cena and Orton.
They need to mix this up, and I tell you, to make it interesting, I say take the big guy, bring in Baron Corbin against
Randy Orton.
That would be a good match, I think. I would be excited about that. That's something new. It hasn't been done yet. I would love to see that, actually.
They've been posting a lot of stuff, though, about Cena and Orton and their rivalry over the years. I actually read a thing on somebody actually sat down and calculated out how many times Orton and Cena have faced each other, not only in singles matches, tag matches, and they said it was something like 79 times Orton and Cena have faced each other.
79 times. We need something new, something fresh.
You know what? I'm gonna say AJ Styles is gonna win. I think he's going to come away with the title, AJ Styles. So Mania's main event will be AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
They are paying him a lot of money. He is the face that runs the place. That's a good one. This is, I'm not even going to worry about the 3 points this week because it's impossible. I'm going to go with what I want to see for WrestleMania, and I want to see Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton. So I'm going Baron Corbin for my pick.
Baron Corbin, okay. That would be a good match. I don't know if they're ready yet to make Baron Corbin or Bray Wyatt the WWE title. Had to hand him the title, so.
Well, I'm not going to say he would actually, because the Elimination Chamber match is not for a title, right?
Yeah, it's for the WWE title.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, whoever wins this gets the WWE title.
No, I didn't realize that. I thought that was just for the match at WrestleMania.
No, whoever wins this is the WWE champion.
Cena's going to win it then. They're not going to let Cena get rid of his title that fast. All I'm still going to be hopeful and say Baron Corbin, but...
Okay, you're sticking with Baron Corbin.
I'm going to stick with Baron Corbin, but I'm going to go on record and say it's going to be Cena that wins it. They're not going to let Cena get rid of that title already.
Hmm?
That was a bummer. That just ruins the whole thing for me. What a bummer. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's for the WWE
I was going to get super excited about this, thinking they could really come up with something super cool and have Baron Corbin do this. But, man, there's no way. You're right. He's not going to win that title. So, because of the ridiculousness of that, I'm going to stay with my pick. But I know in my heart it's going to be John Cena who'll probably win.
All right. We'll just go on record and say that. I think that's what's going to happen too, but I pray it doesn't because I do not want to see Orton versus Cena.
There's no point in praying, Rose. It's a done deal. WWE is so predictable.
I hope not. I hope this time. I hope AJ Styles wins.
There's not going to be an ounce of originality there. John Cena retains the title, goes into WrestleMania with the title, take on Randy Orton again.
Next up is moving on from the Elimination Chamber. And by the way, that's the first time we've ever done a match like this as a 3-point bonus game, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Usually you have a 50-50 chance. This you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting those 3 points. So best of luck to everybody out there. That one's not going to be an easy pick.
I seriously just go with John Cena and you probably got it. I mean, it's anybody knows. I'll be interested to see what my wrestling buddies have to say on Top Rope Review on Sunday, that you can check out at 4 p.m. on Podcast Detroit Network. That's Top Rope Review.
Cheap plug there. I love it. Next up is Luke Harper. Oh, I love it when he does that whole thing. Versus the man we were just talking about, the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, Randy Orton. Orton. Yeah, that's a give me, I think. The guy's going in to be the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. Real quick, going back to the Elimination Chamber match, the only thing I could see them doing differently is if Bray won the title, then it would be Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and that might break up Randy Orton from the Wyatt family. So they
don't have that much originality in them.
Well, and I don't know if that's really, I don't know. I don't really see that happening, but
that's not going to happen. We all know John Cena is going to keep his title.
Moving back away from the Elimination Chamber, the first time in a while we've had a women's championship match.
You said diva. I heard it coming to your lips.
It almost did. I had to very quickly refrain from saying diva. This is the former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch, which I find hilarious that Tim and I grabbed the same photo. That was not done on purpose.
No, it was not.
Versus a former WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James. Mickie James has been... she wrestled at NXT TakeOver. I haven't watched SmackDown.
She was good on there. She came out as the masked luchador on SmackDown, so she's now a heel, and she is with the current women's champ on SmackDown. She's teamed up with her.
Alexa
and so
Bliss.
They've been beat. Yes, Alexa Bliss. Thank you. I couldn't remember her name. So they've been beaten down on Becky Lynch. So I'm thinking, is she going to be there? Does she have a match?
Yeah, she does. Yep. I'll go over the whole card in a minute here, but yes, Alexa Bliss is defending the women's championship at Elimination Chamber.
It's going to be a beatdown of Becky Lynch again, and then that'll lead up to their match at WrestleMania. Is my thought.
So you're going with
I'm going to go with Mickie James for the win.
Okay.
I think that they're going to do... there'll be interference somehow.
I'm going to go with Becky. I'm going with Becky Lynch. I think there is going to be interference from Alexa Bliss, but I don't know.
I think it'll be Becky Lynch probably versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. That's probably what we'll do.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Mickie James will get the win, because they're going to come out and beat her down.
Yeah, I would agree.
So you went Becky Lynch, you said?
I went Becky Lynch, yeah. And you went with Mickie James.
I did, yeah.
So we have a chance of actually not tying this week, Tim.
Well, it's true. A few there. All right, so let's talk about the rest of the wonderful bill that this is.
As you can hear by Tim and I do not have a lot of high hopes for this pay-per-view. This is one I'm not watching live. I will watch probably over the next few nights after the pay-per-view. Do you agree, Tim, or you're gonna watch it live, aren't you?
I'll probably watch it live, depending on how it goes. If it takes a turn for the worst, I may pull away.
First up is the Elimination Chamber match, which we covered already. Like we said, Alexa Bliss will have an opponent to defend the SmackDown Women's Championship, and that is Naomi. I do not see this being a very good match. Naomi I feel like she's pretty athletic, but I kind of feel like it was too early for Alexa Bliss to be handed the WWE Women's Championship.
I do like Naomi, though.
Yeah, her entrance is cool.
That whole glow thing, she has really reinvented herself pretty cool. In a pretty cool way.
Yeah.
That really holds my attention. I mean, the different outfits she comes out in and the way they glow and the way she dances, it's pretty freaking sweet, actually.
We covered Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Another women's match, Nikki Bella versus Natalya. This, I think, it could be a decent match. I know they're saying that. I think they're saying at WrestleMania or the night after WrestleMania that Nikki Bella is going to retire from wrestling.
I just have a hard. So I don't even watch the show, but they have it in the commercials. You see stuff in the commercials for what's the girls' show called?
Total Divas.
Total Divas. I have a hard time buying into the whole concept that Hart there. Natalya as a heel because she was like whining and crying on the show that how about like if I can't sell this then I'm done. I heard that in a commercial. She was like really upset because she didn't think she could pull off being a heel, and she was afraid that she didn't want people not liking her, I don't think. So I'm just kind of like, just from this commercial, you see that, and it's just like I can't buy into her whole thing right now. So I'm not. I mean, it'll probably be an all right match because they've been going back and forth on Raw or SmackDown, beating each other up basically, and lots of trash talking. So I'm not thrilled about this one either.
The next is a SmackDown Tag Team Championship Turmoil match.
Basically, we're going into the pay-per-view with the same thing we do every week on SmackDown. That's all these guys do anymore. They bring them all out, have them get in a ring, and they fight. And we're just going to do that again for the pay-per-view. What a waste of space.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to be. I think this is going to be kind of goofy. So I don't even know how a tag team turmoil match works. Is that like an elimination thing where if one person from the team
I think if one member of the team gets eliminated, the whole team's eliminated, basically. Okay. I don't know. I don't care. This is a waste of our time.
So you have the tag team champions, SmackDown tag team champions, American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable, versus
SmackDown. SmackDown needs to get new tag teams. Their tag team division is horrible.
Yeah, I'll go over it right now. So it's those two, which they're good. I like them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Tyler Breeze and Fandango.
Ridiculous.
Versus the Usos. They're good. I like them as heels too. Versus Heath Slater and Rhino. I also like them. This is where it gets bad. The Ascension.
Pretty much a waste of space anymore.
And the what are their names? I gotta find their names. I can't even remember.
Vaudevillains.
The Vaudevillains. Thank you. Yes, the Vaudevillains.
Who have pretty much they're nobodies anymore.
In NXT, I loved them. They were awesome in NXT, and then they came up to the main roster, and they had a couple cool things, and then it's just like That's
You know,
it.
they brought him up to the main roster and they had him start talking, and that ruined everything. I mean, their whole concept after that. They don't even do their intro anymore. There's not their cool intro before. It's gone. They don't do any of that.
Versus Becky Lynch and Mickie James. I'm not even going to talk anymore about that match because that match it's not going to be good. That match is going to come down to 3 teams. It's going to be Heath Slater and Rhino, Usos, and American Alpha. Those other 3 teams will be the first to be eliminated. Do you agree, or?
I don't see. Again, like I said, waste of space.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't understand. You could have. Why not just have one of those teams, like maybe like Rhino and him, go against for the titles again, or the Usos, something like that. Something better than.
Yeah. Well, at least they're not putting them. I hated it a few years ago when they had the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and they would have 2 Elimination Chamber matches. I hated that. Because it was like the night would open up with some, the World Heavyweight title being defended in the Elimination Chamber. And
right.
it was like by the time you got to the main event, which was like, the WWE title defended in the Elimination Chamber, it was watered down. You already seen a match with the same...
Yeah.
The same, everything. So it was kind of like... And then they tried spicing it up a couple of years ago and having the tag team titles defended in the Elimination Chamber, which I didn't think this made any sense. They put New Day, all 3 members of New Day, in the same pod. So they had an extra guy in there, which I didn't think made any sense. But anyways, enough of tag team talk. Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, we already covered. This one was just added. It's Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler, a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Apollo Crews and who?
Kalisto.
And they're taking on
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, Dolph Ziggler hasn't even done anything as it is. Now we've turned him bad. Now we're gonna have him face 2 guys.
Well, and the funny part is the picture they have on here. He doesn't even look like a heel. He looks like he's babyface. He's smiling.
Don't get me started on that. That's a ridiculous concept as well.
I have a feeling that's going to be the kickoff show, is the Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. But I don't know. That's the end of the pay-per-view. I don't foresee the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view being a very good pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'll be watching this one live.
Tim will just wait for the last 45 minutes and watch the Elimination Chamber.
One other little thing we can talk about. I'm hearing there's discussions starting to go on already. Is it time to consider a new coach for the Red Wings? What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Red Wings man?
I don't think I think it's too soon to get rid of the Red Wings, or the Red Wing head coach.
Red Wings head coach, yes.
I want to say it's more time to get rid of
We've had this discussion before.
Ken Holland. Yeah.
You've been vocal about this.
Yeah. And I'll stick to that. The head coach for the Red Wings has only been there for 2 years now?
Yeah, this is his 2nd year, I believe. Yeah, I think you're right. 2nd year.
Yeah, and I think it's too soon to get rid of the head coach.
How's his predecessor doing these days?
For the Walleye, or for the Griffins?
No, for our former Red Wings coach there.
Oh.
Has he made anything of his team
the
yet?
Maple Leafs? Let me see. Either way, it was time for that change to happen, though. The
So you're still comfortable with our current coaching situation, and you just want to see something done in the head office there.
it's. I don't think it's his fault that the Red Wings are not doing that great this year. I feel like he doesn't have a very good. The Red Wings have come to that point where they have a lot of young guys and a lot of older guys. So I feel like guys that are not in their prime yet, and I feel like guys that are out of their prime, and they're just struggling right now. They need to bring in some new talent. I feel like I'm not saying wipe the board, but I feel like in the off season they need to make some trades, pick up some free agents, spend a little bit of money.
So something you and I have talked about before here, and it brings me back to an interesting concept now and thought. This is the farewell tour at the Joe, but we had joked around about it before, saying, well, they call it the farewell tour at the Joe right now, but they could still be back here for the playoffs. What if the Red Wings don't make the playoffs, and that's what they're kind of thinking, and they've kind of wrote them off already? Do you think our current coach has any chance of going into next season, starting in this new building as our head coach?
I think he will be there.
No matter how we finish the season, you think he's going to be back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The and honestly, the Red Wings are not that far from the wild card spot. Right now, they are only 5 points away from the wild card spot.
Okay.
So it's doable. They have a very good chance of still making the playoffs. They're in a tough division. And this will tell you how tight it is. Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Buffalo are all tied right now with 54 points. Carolina has 55. New Jersey has 56. Florida and Islanders all have 56 points. Boston has 58 points. Right now, if the playoffs were to start, you'd have Philadelphia getting in the playoffs by wildcard spot with 59 points. And the New York Rangers would also be in with 69 points. So the Red Wings, that's how close this is right now in the Eastern Conference, is 5 points separate you from making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. You asked about Toronto. Toronto right now is 25 wins, 17 losses, 10 overtime losses, and have 60 points. And they are 6 points away from Toronto. So that's how close it is right now.
Right.
The team has the most points right now. Washington has the most points right now. Washington's record is 37 wins, 11 losses, 6 overtime losses, and they have 80 points right now. So it's close right now. So I think either way, I think Red Wings head coach will be there next year. I don't see them firing him just because he didn't make the playoffs this year. I just hope that in the offseason they spend some money, trade some guys, get some new talent in there. I feel like the Red Wings need. But I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I kind of don't want the Red Wings to make the playoffs.
Right.
I feel like the Red Wings are so focused on making the playoffs and keeping
That is true.
the record.
That is valid. Yeah, that is a very valid point. They are. I feel they're very comfortable in making the playoffs and securing that record, and not so much worrying about where they should be.
Yeah, I feel like that's their main focus right now.
So it's time to scratch that record and come up fresh next season in your new arena.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I would agree.
I'm always going to support them, so hopefully, I don't know. It's kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't.
Yeah.
There.
Roger Schoonover posted a picture 25 minutes ago. Blissfield's leading Ida 16-13 after the first quarter. Oh wait, he posted a second one. That must be at 11 minutes ago. He posted Blissfield's up 29-19 at the end of the second period. Good job, Roger.
Roger Schoonover's Blissfield Sports Frenzy reporter this week.
We are, I think we're 4 days now, aren't we, from Tigers reporting to string training?
Yep, when they see this, it'll be 4 days.
Yep, 4 days.
Getting excited about some baseball this year, Rose.
Yeah?
I am. I don't know why. I've become a huge baseball fan when it comes to the Tigers and the teams like that, our local teams. It's kind of cool. And shout out to Coach Gordy and the Hillsdale baseball team.
The 49ers hire former Lions general manager Martin Mayhew.
Wow. What are they thinking?
I don't know. Michigan State suspends 3 players. We're just going to say some law issues.
Yeah.
They broke some laws. We'll just leave it at that. Here's a question for you, Tim. Where will Tony Romo play in 2017? I think Dallas' starting quarterback is what's his face there? The rookie of the year.
Prescott, I think his name is.
Yep, Prescott. Yep, you're right.
They're shopping Romo around. Is that what people are feeling right now?
I think so. I think they're gonna see what they can get for him, maybe.
Situation, because it's like, will they let him go to a competitive team? That's a big thing right there. I don't know how much say he has in this either. I don't know what's in his contract states if he has a say where he can go where he wants to play.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting on that one. I heard Denver was interested in him, I think.
Yep.
That might be a good fit for him.
Yeah. That picture I posted, it has a picture of Tony Romo, and they keep changing his jersey to different teams. And I guess it's teams that like ESPN feels like are good possibilities for him. Some of them flashing by were Buffalo, Kansas City, Denver, Dallas, Chicago, the Browns.
I don't think he'd ever go to the Browns.
No, I don't think so either. But there's reports that former Michigan player there, Jabril Peppers, might be dropped out of the NFL's first round.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it has to do with his...
because he didn't choose a position?
I think it's more because, remember, he didn't play in the...
in
their bowl because of an injury. So I'm wondering if he's still having...
They're wondering about his calf injury. Or his sprained ankle or whatever it was he had. I can't even remember what it was now.
I thought it was something with his knee.
I do know he is signing autographs. I want to say this upcoming weekend. Him and Jake Butt are going to be down in Toledo signing some autographs.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw it posted on their Facebook or their Twitter page.
This one's really cool. I was pumped to see this one. Adrian College, Division One, Adrian men's hockey team will be playing on ESPN3
Oh, really?
this weekend. The Bulldogs and the Warriors square off at 7 p.m. Saturday in Arlington Ice Arena before a live national audience. So check that out on Watch. That's ESPN3, so that would be on the Watch ESPN app.
Right. Huh, that's pretty cool.
The Griffins have recalled Cal Heater from the Toledo Walleye. So this is, I don't see this too often, but the Griffins are actually pulling a goalie from the Walleye.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, do you?
Question for you, Tim. Name your 4 wrestlers you would put on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could come up with a Mount Rushmore of wrestling. I'd have to have Hogan on there.
I'm going to write these down, see how close we are. You're going to say Hogan?
Hogan. Oh, gosh. Who would I go with? Legends? What that I would put on...
Just picture like the Mount Rushmore and their 4 faces being up there.
It's just hard for me to narrow it down to 4 that rightfully belong up there. You almost have to go. I mean, gosh. From that era alone, you got to put Macho Man up there. Oh, man. This is tough. Very challenging on this one. Trying to think of like somebody. Gosh, it would be criminal not to put Andre the Giant on there. I'm telling you, see, this is what's hard because I want to pick some other guys back to these legends, and put me on the spot with this one, Rose.
Hey, you put me on the spot all the time.
It's true that. Man, I want to get somebody from ECW in there, but I wouldn't even begin to know where to start with that one. Sabu, maybe?
RVD?
Yeah, I mean, he's one guy that could be up there. But see, I have to... who else would go? I've got all these guys running through my head right now. I'm trying to think who I want to be that last piece of that era that should be on Mount Rushmore. It's got to be, man. So I've got Hogan, I've got Macho Man. It's got to be somebody legendary. Andre the Giant. And I'm going to go with... This is too tough, Rose. I can't decide, man.
I should have given you a heads up on this one.
Who are you going with? Who are your 4? Were you able to get that easily? Were you able to piece this together?
It's tough. It's tough because like I'm with you where there's a couple guys, him, and but to narrow them down to 4 is really tough. But the ones I came up with was Hogan. Feel like you have to get him on there because
That's kind of how I felt too.
Hogan has to be on there. I had to go with Ric Flair.
Okay.
Just because I mean,
I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I feel like Ric Flair is kind of overrated at this point.
now he is, but I'm thinking what his early days and
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
did with that character, like the Four Horsemen and
right.
the 16-time world heavyweight champion. I had to put HBK on there, just because with every interview I've ever heard, it seems like the guys that faced Shawn Michaels after he came back from his hiatus from wrestling, they get asked, who was the best wrestler, who was your favorite guy to work with, and they all say Shawn Michaels, and then I had to put Andre the Giant on there too.
Andre deserves his spot on there just for his everything he's done for the whole wrestling over the years.
Yep.
But I don't. I that's a difficult one for me. I don't even think I can. I still can't name a fourth person right off. There's too many people. I would think you'd have to have a whole mountain full of wrestlers, not just four.
Yeah. All right. We can go with 3. That's cool. Moving on. The Cleveland Browns have reduced the price of their season tickets by 40%.
That's yeah.
So imagine that. Imagine season tickets costing $100. That means now the tickets will cost you $60 now.
And that might even still be too much.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless they're playing a team that you really want to see.
The days of heavily damaged race cars riding around the track are officially over. Apparently, if your car is severely damaged, NASCAR says, nope, you're off. You're done for the day.
It's not an easy concept to get your backup car up and running either. They're not allowed to just pull out another car and put it back in the race.
Nope.
In fact, if you have to start in another car, then you automatically start in the back of the pack for the qualifying races.
Ooh.
You have to re-earn your qualifying spot.
Well, that makes sense because, I mean, who knows, granted the cars should all be the exact same cookie-cutter cars, but, you don't know. There's an article Tim posted here, and it says 18 cars you likely never see again in NASCAR, and the picture they have is, I don't know whose car it is, but, I mean, there's no hood, there's no side quarter panels of this car. You see his engine, and he's driving down the track like this. Which I don't think he should be able to run like that. On Monday Night Raw, Chris Jericho actually put Tom Brady on the list.
Yes, he did.
Because they're calling Tom Brady the GOAT.
Yes.
And which is Jericho's nickname, and so he put Tom Brady on the list. Congratulations goes out to Michigan as they beat Michigan State. I just had to throw that one in there. They won 86-57. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
On day was that? Wednesday. On this day, 23 years ago, the Chicago White Sox signed Michael Jordan to a minor league deal. I still remember that as a kid. When that happened, I was devastated because I was a huge Jordan fan.
Right.
They've come out and said that Shinsuke Nakamura's injured knee has been evaluated by WWE Performance Center and does not require any surgery.
So that must have been a legit injury?
No, I don't think it was. They just released that Tuesday, a week after
Right.
the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
Usually, if it's a legit injury, they go immediately from the match straight to the hospital, or they get an MRI the next day, and they post immediately. Like I mean, you're talking like 24 hours later, you'll know if the guy what kind of injury the guy has. This came out a week later.
So we're going to see a Shinsei Nakamura Bobby Roode match too, you think?
Oh yeah, I think he will, and I think Bobby Roode will win. And I think you remember how last year, the night after WrestleMania, they brought all those guys up from NXT.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Shinsuke Nakamura come out the night after WrestleMania and make his intro. I think right now they're playing up the whole injured knee thing to delay a few weeks. Because there will be a NXT takeover the night before WrestleMania.
Right.
So you're going to have that the night before WrestleMania. And where you'll have his last NXT match, I feel like. I also kind of feel like it's getting to the end, too, for Ty Dillinger. I feel like it's...
Yeah. I agree.
So far, I'm happy. What?
They just tested the waters with him, I think, for moving up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
When he came out for the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Last thing I have so far, I'm happy with how the WWE Hall of Fame class looks this year.
I do like the Rockers, the Rock and Roll Express going in. That was pretty cool. I think that's a definitely bringing back a classic group. And who else do we have going so far?
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Yes, that's. How could I forget that one? That's silly. Yeah, that's two good choices so far for this imaginary Hall of Fame.
That we don't have a building yet for still. So, but that's all I have for you guys tonight. So, you have anything for us, Tim?
No, that's good. We've had a good show tonight. Lots of good talk and lots of things going on. So, thank you everybody for staying with us and joining us for Frenzy Talk Volume 5. We'll be back with you again later in the week because of the pay-per-view. We won't be getting things done Sunday, so we'll get a show out there for you, the recap show. When we get it done, you'll be the first ones to know about it. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone. My partner in crime over there, as always,
Jamie Rose.
The only legendary Jamie Rose.
Glorious.
Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody. We will talk to you again real soon.
Go Blue.
We're out.